So students, let us move into our today's session. It is an exercise 2.1. We have completed already 3 sums. Let us move to the fourth one. When the positive integers a, b and c are divided by 13, the respective remainders are 9, 7 and 10. We have to show that a plus b plus c is divisible by 13. So in our solution, let the positive integers be a, b and c and a equal to 13q plus 9. I have took 13 here because it is given in the question that all the integers a, b and c is divisible by 13. So I took this and I wrote the remainder as it is. So a it is given 7, for b it is given, for a it is 9, for b it is 7 and for c it is 10. So I have took the remainders as such. So a plus b plus c equal to 13q plus 9 plus 13q plus 7 plus 13q plus 10. That is 39q plus 26. I am taking 13 common outside. I will get 13 into 3q plus 2, which is divisible by 13. 13 into any number is divisible by 13. So in fifth question, we have to prove that the square of any integer leaves the remainder either 0 or 1 when divided by 4. So in solution, let x be any integer, the square of x is x square, and let x be an even integer. First we are finding for even integer, then we will find for odd. So x equal to 2q plus 0. So even, so I am taking 2q plus 0. It can be any remainder, but I am taking it as 0 to be even integer. Then x square equal to, I will square this whole thing, then I will get 4q the whole square. 0 square is 0, you already know. When x square equal to 4q plus 0, then x is the square of integer is leaves the remainder 0 here. Then when x be an odd integer, then x equal to 2k plus 1. We are taking it some value for some integer k. So when I square the x, I will square this whole thing, that is 2k plus 1 whole square. So a plus b whole square formula, a square plus b square plus 2ab, that is equal to 4k square plus 2 into 2k plus 1, that is 4k plus 4k plus 1. We will take common 4k outside for these two and 1 will be remaining there. So 4k into k plus 1 plus 1. Then this whole thing will become q. It will be 4q plus 1, where q equal to k into k plus 1 is some integer. This is an integer which leaves remainder 1. Hence it is proved. We have proved even integer is remainder is 0 and odd integer remainder is 1. So let us go to the sixth one. Use Euclid's division algorithm to find the highest common factor HCF of first one 340 and 412, second one 867 and 255, and third one 10,224 and 9,648, and fourth one 8,490 and 120. Sorry, it is 3 numbers 84, 90 and 120. So in solution, to find HCF of 340 and 412 using Euclid's division algorithm, we get 412 equal to, that is, I told you already that we have to take the big number and place it in the value of A, and we should take the small number and place it in the value of B. So 412 equal to 340 into 1 plus 72. We'll take 340 here and 72 here. So 340 equal to 72 into 4 plus 52. Then we'll take 72 here and 52 here. 72 equal to 52 into 1 plus 20. We'll take 52 here and 20 here. So 52 equal to 20 into 2 plus 12. We'll take 20 and 12 here. Then it will be 20 equal to 12 into 1 plus 8. We'll take 12 and 8 here. So 12 equal to 8 into 1 plus 4. We'll take 8 and 4 here. 8 equal to 4 into 2 plus 0. So we have got the remainder 0. So our divisor is the HCF of that answer. Therefore, HCF of 340 and 412 is 4. Okay. In second part, to find the HCF of 867 and 255 using Euclid's division algorithm, 867, that is, we are taking the big number and placing it in the place of A, and we are taking the small number and placing it in the place of B. So 867 equal to 255 into 3 plus 102. Then we are taking 255 and 102 here. Then 255 equal to 102 into 2 plus 5. Then Sorry, this remainder is 51. So 102 equal to 51 into 2 plus 0. So we have got the remainder as 0. So our divisor is the HCF. That is, therefore the HCF of 867 and 255 is 51. Third part, to find HCF of 10,224 and 9,648 using Euclid's division algorithm. We'll take the big value, that is 10,224 in the place of A, and small value 9,648 in the place of B. So that is equal to 10,224 equal to 9,648 into 1 plus 576. We'll take 9,648 and 576 here. That is 9,648 equal to 576 into 16 plus 432. So 576 and 432 we'll take here. Then we'll get 576 equal to 432 into 1 plus 144. Then we'll take 432 and 144 here. Then we'll get 432 equal to 144 into 3 plus 0. We have got the remainder as 0. Then our divisor, that is B, equal to 144. So B will be considered as HCF. Therefore the HCF of 10,224 and 9,648 is 144. So fourth one is to find the HCF of 84, 90 and 120. I already told you that if there is 3 numbers, we'll take the small value and middle value, that is 84 and 90. In this 90 is bigger, so I'll take it as A, and 84 is smaller and I'll take it as B. That is 90 equal to 84 into 1 plus 6. That is, then I'll take 84 and 6 here, then it will become 84 equal to 6 into 14 plus 2. So the remainder has become 0. Then this is our HCF for these two numbers. Then I'll take 6 and 120. So 120 is bigger, so I'll put it in the place of A, and 6 is smaller, so I'll put it in the place of B. So 120 equal to 6 into 20 plus 0. Here itself we got the 0, so our HCF is 6. So the HCF of 120 and 6 is 6, and the HCF of 84, 90 and 120 is also 6. So in 7th one, we have to find the largest number which divides 1,230 and 1,926, leaving remainders 12 in each case. So the required number is HCF of these numbers, that is 1,218. I'm subtracting 12 in both these numbers, so I'll get 1,218 and 1,914. So first we find the HCF of these two numbers by Euclid's division algorithm. In this is a bigger number, so we'll take it as A, and this is a smaller number, we'll take it as B. So you can see 1,914 equal to 1,018 into 1 plus 696. So I'll take 1,218 and 696 here. I'll get 1,218 equal to 696 into 1 plus 522. Then I'll take this 696 and 522 here. Then 696 equal to 522 into 1 plus 174. So 522 and 174 I'll take here. Then I'll get 522 equal to 174 into 3 plus 0. We have got the remainder 0. So our B is that is 174 is the HCF. Therefore the HCF of 1,218 and 1,914 is 174. Therefore the required number is 174. So in 8th sum, if D is the highest common factor of 32 and 60, we have to find x and y satisfying D equal to 32x plus 60y. So applying Euclid's division lemma to find the HCF of 32 and 60, we get A equal to BQ plus R. So that is 60 equal to 32 into 1 plus 28, and 32 equal to 28 into 1 plus 4, and 28 equal to 4 into 7 plus 0. We have got the remainder 0. So our divisor, that is 4, is the HCF. So we'll take this as equation number 1, 2 and 3 respectively. From 2 we get 32 equal to 28 into 1 plus 4. So you already know that HCF, we are finding the HCF, so we'll equate it to 4. So 4 equal to 32 minus 28 into 1. That is 4 equal to 32 minus. So here I am putting the equation number 1 here, remaining the leaving the remainder, I will take the other values and put here into 1. So 4 equal to 32 minus 60 plus 32. 4 equal to 32 into 2 plus minus 1 into 60. I am separating this minus 60 into minus 1 and 60. Then I will take 32 into 2. This both 32. So x equal to 2 and y equal to minus 1. So in ninth sum, a positive integer when divided by 88 gives the remainder 61. What will be the remainder when the same number is divided by 11? So in solution, let a is positive integer be x and x equal to 88 into y plus 61. 61 equal to 11 into 5 plus 6. That because 88 is multiple of 11. So therefore 6 is the remainder when the number is divided by 88 giving the remainder 61, and when divided by 11 giving the remainder 6. So in 10th one, we have to prove that two consecutive positive integers are always co-prime. So let the numbers be I and I plus 1. They are co-prime if only positive integer that divides both is 1. So that is I is given to be a positive integer. So I equal to 1, 2, 3 till infinity. Therefore 1 is odd and other one is even. Hence HCF of two consecutive numbers is 1. Hence this is a result. We have proved it.